Good evening, folks. My name is Adam Baldwin. I'm here by way of 3 Fathom Harbor, Nova Scotia. Oh, my brother's lost soul after a dark and dirty big trail on the Causeway Road. I started fishing with my daddy back in '73. We made enough from our quota. We could start a little bleed. I heard around I got an old Cape Island that'll sell for a steal. 30 foot with a Detroit diesel and a hell of a keel. So we bought a boat for my brother and his own tag too. We built the traps with my daddy like my daddy used to do. When got down on the first day of fishing, out a mile from his home, my brother took in ungodly load of water. Ever since my whole let go, it was a dark and dirty big trail on the Causeway Road. A dark and dirty big trail on the Causeway Road. Now my mama's still crying. My daddy took to the train. Me, I just got angry with all the time to think. Ronnie's gonna have to meet his own maker. I'm gonna go it alone. How's my brother supposed to get himself to heaven when we never did find his bones? I got some old booze bottles loaded with kerosene, stuff rags down the necks of mine. Grab some TNT, then I drank up the courage. Grab my Navy cup smokes to avenge the dirty beach trail on the Causeway Road. The dark and dirty beach trail on the Causeway Road. Untied my boat from the mooring, lit up a cigarette, came on the gas a little heavy, and I slipped on the deck. Well, as God is my witness, I never will forget that smell. My cigarette kind of bottle brought out the fury of hell night. Floated through 3 Fathom Harbor, around the reserve and the wedge. The tide spit me out in the morning on the other side of RODEO'S head. Now how long I was out for, but it's hard to know. I tell you one thing for certain, I blew off my fingers and my toes. It was a dark and dirty big trail on the Causeway Road. The dark and dirty big trail on the Causeway Road. Down in the seaside sand, I had to give up fishing on account of my hands. Now if you're looking for a lesson when it comes to revenge, you better leave it to the ocean. She's gonna win in the end. The dark and dirty big trail on the Causeway Road. Dark and dirty big trail on the Causeway Road. Now beware of the dark and dirty big trail on the Causeway Road. The dark and dirty big trail on the Causeway Road.
Thank
I've been waiting for you. I've been bracing for you. The dark beside the dawn. I hold you until it's gone. If I could save it for you, I'd embrace it for you. The dark beside the dawn. It goes on and 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 on. And if my heart were made of stone, I would leave you alone as fast as a shot. Your love is like a bullet, it's cold and solid and without a thought. I don't have any money for your late night call. I don't have any answers, but I know that you got them all. So Daisy, won't you pick it up? I'm on the dark side of the phone. And you and I, we were better, but you don't love me anymore. You don't love me anymore. Talk about this thing for a second. For the uninitiated, this is the cover of my latest album, a few years old. I wrote a song I consider to be my magnum opus. It's a song about drug trafficking on Cape Breton Island. I heard a story once about guys that used to line caskets at a funeral home in Lewisburg with hashish and sell it to the Hells Angels. I heard that story and I turned it into a song, although in all my travels as a musician for 20 years, I've never found a narcotic that rhymes with Lewisburg. However, there's a neighboring community to Lewisburg called Little Lorraine, so I changed hash to cocaine and I moved it down a town down the road. So I wrote this song and I was thrilled that I had finally been able to do it some 7 years after I heard the story, and then it occurred to me that I wasn't quite sure if there was a lighthouse in this town called Little Lorraine. And it turns out there's not. There's this thing, which stands about 9 feet tall. It is completely uninhabitable. It's a great place for seagulls to take a shit. That green light has gone missing 4 times since the record was released, so it hardly functions as a beacon on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. In any event, that's fine. I can sort of excuse my ignorance and call it poetic license. The problem arose when a film, a fellow named Andy Hines adapted this song into a film that shot in Little Lorraine, and they hiked about 1.5 kilometers to this structure, expecting to find a lighthouse, and they found this. It kind of looks like a robot that picks up garbage on the Death Star. I got an angry phone call from the film's producer, and they were most upset that there's these deer flies out there, they're the size of toonies, and they picked a few crew members up and threw them into the Atlantic Ocean. In any event, they finished the film. It debuted at the Toronto International Film Festival this September, past September. It will be in the theater at some point, but I am going to spoil the ending of the film right now. This is the lighthouse in Little Lorraine. I got an Uncle Huey, he's got a boat down in Manitou. And when I lost my job at Devco, he says, if I got a job for you. Now see, I put my faith into no one, I got no time for the government. Since they ripped up my house in Lewisburg and stuck her down on some blocks of cement. There's a boat coming up from America with caskets filled with cocaine. There's a gold mine out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. We took his boat off the coast of Basin, just out of sight of the shore. And my cousin and a Frenchman I never laid eyes on before. We met a boat that had come up from Boston, started heaving boxes overboard. You handed them a big bag of money, we were back in the harbor round four. Saying there's a boat coming up from America with caskets filled with cocaine. There's a gold mine on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. We've been made admission to see a 39-year-old man live his childhood dream. That's what's happening right now. Whether you care for the songs or not, I hope that's worth the price of admission. This is the greatest experience I've had as a musician, to be able to sit on Blue Rodeo's hard-earned stage in front of their hard-earned audiences across this country with my two best buds here and my man Peter making me sound good back there has been like a literal dream come true. I love this band so much. They're more than a band, they're a wandering Canadian landmark, and great art. It doesn't tell us what we are, it shows us who we are, and that's what this band has done for 40 years. That's more than any politician can say in talking about it. I love them dearly, and to be here for this has been the pleasure and privilege of my life. This crew has treated us like gold every single night, and I cannot thank them all enough. And thank you folks for coming out early to see all this foolishness. We'll leave you with this, folks, and thanks again, Kendall Carson, Zachary McLean. How about it? This song skyrocketed all the way to number 11. Why are you laughing? The CBC Radio 2 countdown. 15 years ago or something. I've not been on the radio since. Here goes nothing. She came up the stairs says, like I wished her there, like a vision from a dream. She sat in a chair and she twirled her hair. I hope that she's making eyes at me. We were dancing, we were floating, like the smoke we were smoking. There was nothing to be spoken, just the smoke we were smoking. Under her feet, gonna take all my trouble and take all my worry, and she'll send it out to sea. Let the tide take your trouble, let it take them all away. My eyes are getting blurry, let the tide take our rest. And all the days in between, and anywhere you wanna go, that remains to be seen. Honey, I can love you with my eyes closed. We'll catch some wind somewhere you might have been, or we can sleep under the stars by a Chevrolet and some records we can play now. We'll settle my guitar and we can take our love, any place, my love, or we can make our love until we shake my love. And all the days in between, anywhere you wanna go, that remains to be seen. Honey, I can love you with my eyes closed. Now we're breaking out. Yeah, we're breaking out. Yeah, we're breaking out. We're breaking out. We're breaking out. Oh, we're escaping now. Anywhere you wanna go. Anywhere you wanna go. Anywhere you wanna go. Anywhere you wanna go. Honey, I can love you with my eyes closed. I can love you with my eyes closed. I can love you with my eyes closed. Oh, I can love you with my eyes closed. I can love you with my eyes closed. Jim Cuddy taught me that like 10 years ago. Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming. Welcome. I hear you talking everywhere, words on a loudspeaker singing in the air. Everywhere.
Where does she get off telling me that love could save us all? Save us all. And it's day after day I keep hanging around. Can you tell me why? Night after night, yeah, I know I should leave, but there's something in those eyes that keeps me hanging on, hypnotized. Yeah, blackness in my soul.
Don't you tell me lies, I could only see the truth in your eyes. Please don't leave me on, better just to crush me now when you're gone. Way down here, under the red lights, carved our futures on the wall. I would always bear right under your touch. Morning comes again, I'm already moved way past all the pain. Gotta rise up and take the sky like a good morning sun. If we walk away,
pulled over to the side of the road. I was feeling kind of sad, feeling kind of blue.
I just got in from way up north. I'm aching tired now, and I could use a friend. I might be a fool, think that you do wanna see me again. I know it's been a while since I talked to you. Nothing wrong, just nothing ever goes as planned. So many times I thought I'd come, didn't have your number in my hand. But I know it's true, you never do the same thing to me. I never meant to make you cry, and though I know I shouldn't call, it just reminds us of the cost of everything we lost that time in that song. And maybe soon there'll come a day when no one you tell your secrets out, gracefully you lie. Oh, that's the way you come to me. I'm held with you, always gonna be. That's okay, I love the way you come to me. Well, I guess I tempted your fate. I'm living too long machine, walking in the heat, just like floating in a dream. I'm torn apart, put back together with a couple of pieces in. I'm confused, but I didn't say anything. That's not the way I operated with my father. I just sat in the car silently wondering what the hell we were doing. And about 10 minutes later he said, "Do you have to get there today?" And I said, "No, I suppose not at this point." And so he drove to the Finger Lakes and he pulled into a motel, rented a room. He went and got some beer. We came back, we watched a ball game, we went for a steak dinner. None of those things I had ever done with my dad before. So this was, well, you might want to hold off with it for the end of the story. So I think he's body snatched, but it's going well, it's fun. So next morning, we drive the rest of the way to New York, and I lived in southern Manhattan, so we go through the Holland Tunnel into Little Italy, which was our neighborhood, and he pulls up in front of our apartment, and I go to get out, and I realize he's not moving. I said, "Well, do you want to come up and see the apartment?" And he said, "No, I gotta go." I said, "You have to go. After 2 days of driving me, you're in a hurry." "Yep, I gotta go." So, okay, he left. I said, "Thank you." And it's just basically just like an Uber ride, right? and as is the tradition of my family, as my sister knows, we never talked about it again. Never mentioned it. This is called Finger Lakes. As we drove on through the Finger Lakes, water shining at our side, I was wrestling with demons in my mind. But it seemed to me you were reaching for some place we've never been, where we leave the past, some dark road behind. There's a line between what Thank you very much. I heard myself talking, but I was falling and falling and falling. I can't hide this anymore. How can I give up you with the wall? All the cruel things we said, well, they're stuck inside my head. I can't hide this anymore. Just call it quits. Tell you the truth, I thought that we were fine. Now I see you smiling with your friends. Oh, and when you want to. Now the moon lights up your face, I can see you crying. You never like when you see you cry, it's true. Done some crying too. The hardest part about it's trying to hide it from you. It would be great to be so strong, never needed anybody else to get along. We're so scared of the signs and the tricks that we use. Oh, we're careful and we're cunning, but we're easily bruised. I don't wanna lie about it, I'm not bulletproof. Well, I finally found a way to hide from all your
Paint you all your life mystery. All of a song, yeah, you're everywhere. Yeah, you're everywhere. Yeah, you're everywhere, but you're just not there for me. For me. So good and always what it seems, and I wonder what am I doing here? And I wonder what am I doing here? Dr. Dunst just stumbled by and mumble their abuse. Tell me what is the use? And I wonder what am I doing here? And I wonder what am I doing here? After so long, nobody's wrong. After so long, nobody's right. After so long, nobody's wrong. After so long, nobody's right.
They met in a hurricane, standing in the shelter out of the rain. She tucked the note into his hand. Later on, they took his car, drove on down where the beaches are. He wrote her name in the sand. Never even let go of her hand. Somehow they stayed that way for those 5 days that made all the stars around them shine. It's funny how you can look at things, put on words and such sweet pain, the loneliness that cuts so fine. someday soon, and I don't know when your little world will come crashing in. You don't think twice, say I'll be around. Turn your back, someone's gonna let you down. You know that it's true. Nobody led you on, left that to you. And you'll be alone when the sun comes up. You're tired of little dreams and a broken car. And you'll have to trust yourself. Don't believe in any more lies. Waste your time, think too much. Read and make a mess of the things you touch. Put a little bird on the broken away. Man, I look around now, you know you're losing everything. It's just a game. Thought you had it all, I know. Somehow that's changed. And you'll have to run and not get caught. And you'll have to hide if you like it or not. And you'll have to trust yourself. Don't believe in any more lies.
But like a drunken fool, I never know when to lay here. It's just that in the eyes of this beholder, you mean everything to me. Love me. Talk about the other boys in your life in my face. But I know when you're feeling sad and lonely. No other boy can take my place. When I look into your eyes, diamond. could happen, but somehow the feeling's gone. You got sick of the patterns that stand transfixed before the streetlight, watching the snow fall on this cold December night. And in the middle of the lake Ontario, six snows falling on the deep silent water, the great dark wonder. Into the waves of my heart, into the waves of my heart.
That's some beautiful singing, folks, and we love you for it. Thanks for coming out on a cold night. Good night.
Thank you very much. I hope you know how much we appreciate this, you coming out. Anyway, I want to send this out to the family of Jeff Davies from mine. Don't tell me I'm wrong, 'cause I've been watching every move that you make. Heart you steal, and you're made up in heels. Trouble for the man that you take. Every time you walk in the room, could never be sure of a smile. Never the same way twice. I'm falling in love night after night. It's crazy. Ooh, ooh. So many people say, oh, girl, got nothing but time. Oh, oh.
Strange and beautiful are the stars tonight. Yeah, light up your phones. That dance around your head. In your eyes I see that perfect world. Hope that doesn't sound too weird.
in the silence of this whispered night, and listen only to your breath. In that second of a shooting star, somehow it all makes sense. I want all the world to know that your love's all I need, all that I need. And if we're lost, then we are lost together. Thanks so much for coming out on a cold February night. We gotta give a big round of applause to our crew who put this together every day, every night. They take it down the road. We love them for it. Thank you. Chris Salty, Adam Baldwin, Kendall Carson, Zach McLean, good old Massey Hall. Good night, everybody. Thanks so much.